Hello, Victory family. I'm super excited just to come to you guys and share an idea with a new twist. How about that? You know, as things are changing, a lot of things are going to change, and one of those is our virtual world, but a lot of it's being used for good, and I was just thinking outside the box. A lot of you guys have been chasing down that 2020, which is 20 parties in 90 days, and then you could earn National Sales Director Inner Circle, Cindy Williams, to come to your home for 24 to 48 hours. And you're like, well, maybe I'll just put that on pause and not really work on that now because she wouldn't be able to come. Well, how about if she came virtually? Could you imagine if as many directors and consultants were visited by Cindy Williams in their home? Oh my gosh, virtually? And the cool thing is she could go so many places in 1 month. It would be super fun. So how does that look? One, keep chasing it down. If you already had some parties in there and now you do your virtual parties, and those virtual parties are 20 parties with $250 in sales, 2 future bookings, and a marketing plan. The future bookings then could be your shake-up and makeup, it could be your glamour, it could be your hydrofacials, it could be so many different things. It could be a mother-daughter party, all those different opportunities that we can do virtually now on our Zoom and Facebook Lives. And so how fun is that? But when Cindy comes to visit you, she could come virtually. So I want to know who's going to be the first. Who's going to be the first to experience this? And why do I think it's a benefit? I actually think it's a huge blessing because she could start with you first in the morning. You guys could be on FaceTime and doing everything together, getting ready together. The blessing is that she could be in her home and you're in your home, and you can see some of the things that she does in her home. You know, she explains, and she's a master at selling product, a master at time management, a master at creating a home that works, like meal planning, and things that you have not been able to see her do. And so one of my favorite things that she has shared over and over again is juicing. She is a master at this amazing juice. And she has taught me it, and she has told me about it, and it didn't click until one time I was in her home, and I was there for whatever event it was, probably a retreat or something. And then she pulled out all the stuff and her machine to make the juice. And I got it. I didn't know what some of the things were that she talked about getting. You know what I'm saying? To put in the juice. And then when she would say it, I'm like, how much of that? Like, I don't understand. And so then when she did it, and it just happened naturally, she could show you that from her kitchen, how she makes her amazing juice and how she does her meal planning and makes things and freezes them, and her simplicity, not only in Mary Kay, but in life, and her love for life in her home could be amazing. How fun would that be? She could show you her office. She could show you her systems because she's in her home. She could look at your office and see your systems. And sometimes when you're on a device like this, when you flip it around and you're showing something, it's only on one little area. So like, let's say you're looking at your profile box and she's like, what about if you did this? Because sometimes when you look at the whole big picture, you can miss the details. But with this, sometimes you might see the details even better. And then I was thinking of how it could look and how she could meet your family. Now think about this. This is super fun. When she came the first time when my kids were little and she spent time with me in our home, my girls were like in heaven. She would hold them on her lap and she braided their hair and she did all these amazing things. And my daughters love their Aunt Cindy. So it can be so incredible. But my son loves Aunt Cindy, but they've not had like that time of connection. One, he's a boy. You know what I'm saying? Boy. The other thing is he's a teenager now. And so, one of the things that ways that teenagers connect is virtually in all of this. And could you imagine if Cindy hung out with my 14-year-old? And it would look different because I could literally hand him the phone and it be on FaceTime and say, hey, I'm going to go start dinner, or I'm going to go do something, and I want you to hang out. And I want you to hang out with Cindy. And Cindy is a master communicator, which you know that, a master communicator. And she can communicate in person, she can communicate on the phone, and she could communicate this way. And I can't imagine how she could connect with my son and what she could really tap into and just a face-to-face conversation. Now, if Cindy was in the house, and I said, hey, Cindy's here, come sit with her and talk with her a little bit, he'd be like, I gotta see you, peace out, and he would be off. Like, if I handed him the phone, like, you can't hang up on her, that would be so rude. He would not do that. He'd not be like, bye, see ya. So could you think of those conversations? Oh my gosh. And your husband maybe. Handing the phone to your husband and say, hey, Cindy wants to get to know you a little bit better. And again, she's the master. She's the master. All you have to do is hand her the phone. The good thing is you could either be in on that conversation or you could leave. And she could have an opportunity to be one-on-one with any questions, any concerns, any ideas that he has, and just falling in love with Mary Kay and falling in love with Cindy and our company could be magical, you guys. Some of these things would not happen in the home that can happen because of this situation. So I want to know who is going to be the first to earn their 2020, their 20 parties in 90 days, which now could be 9 days. Seriously, right? And earn Cindy to do virtually with you for 24 to 48 hours. You could maybe do Zooms with your family. You could do Zoom time with your team, and she could be on those. I mean, she could be in a Zoom conversation just with your customers. All of these things then you would be able to do, just like we're able to do right now, so much more with the amount of time, because there's no travel involved. There's so many things that are cut out of planning for an event. Like if I was planning for an event for my consultants to come over, I would clean my house. There would be food prep time. There would be all that kind of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that really are not serving you or your people. I could pull together a Zoom and have my team members on instantaneously with none of that prep work done, and I could do it with all levels of my team. As a director, I could have a Zoom that had just my future directors on it and DIQs on it. I could have a Zoom with just my red jackets and me and Cindy and my red jackets. I could have a Zoom with just me and my senior consultant. I could have a Zoom with just me and the new consultants and Cindy. Could you see? Like all the things that could happen, and that could be like half an hour, 45 minutes, hour time blocks, and in 6 hours, she has touched the lives of endless people on a more intimate level, and you don't have to get everybody to your home. Oh my gosh. Can you just think about how amazing this could be? It's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity, guys. I want to see who's going to be the first to jump on this and to have Cindy Williams, Inner Circle National Sales Director Cindy Williams, in your home, and you in her home for 24 to 48 hours. I am thinking this could create a brand new trend and opportunity for all of us, to be where we need to be